Let's learn something. Time for a TGO tackle tip.
I also like to make sure that my rods and reels are all in order and ready to go and organized. Some of the things I'll do is I'll just check over, make sure that there's no damage to any of the blanks, especially the lighter action models. Look at the guide wraps, make sure there's no damage to those, everything is in good shape. Take a cotton swab, with some of today's braided lines and braids, would actually dig in and groove the guides. And if that happens, by using a cotton swab, cotton will catch in those grooves. You can find that and fix that so you don't end up not only with damage, of course, to the line potentially, but potentially losing a fish. Reels, I like to loosen up the drag, protect the drag washers. I always take my line off. Line can contract, it can expand, and that can cause damage to your spool, and you don't want to have that happening during off season. Plus, just temperatures and things themselves can damage the line, which could result in a lost fish. So, take your all line off. Usually I'll go through, take a little bit of water or light soapy water and just kind of brush off and clean off the spool so everything is ready to go. And I can spool up with fresh line once I know what I'm going to be fishing for and once the season begins. Of course, another good thing to do, you can do it yourself or take it to a real service center, is to lubricate the gears inside here. Both the actual turning gears themselves and the infinite anti-reverse levers is also another important thing to go through. Sometimes with some of the lighter tipped rods, you can have things happen that the tip tops, just that little bit of glue that's holding them in place, that can dry out in the cold. The tips can come off. You might want to replace the tips. After everything is all set, I like to make sure I store my rods in a storage tube. That'll help prevent things like this from happening, especially to the lighter rods. Keep that inside the tube. I put the tubes inside my rod cases, which are all labeled with luggage tags. They'll say whether they're ultralight, micro, my walleye, pike, whatever. All of them are put together. When I'm looking for my rods, they're ready to go. They're easy to find. I'm able to get out on the ice and be efficient right from the get-go.